Yeah!
Oh, what's your song? I've seen all his friends.
Deep in the woods, it was ringing real good. 10 inches down with a solid sound. Mule shoe, you're so sweet. I'm gonna take you home with me. I dug it up for my baby. But he doesn't want it, no. He says go wash your hands. Look what I found on the ground for my baby. But he doesn't want it, no. Just because I dug it up. Out in a field with my ears peeled. All alone, I got a good tone. Silver dollar, you're so sweet. I'm gonna take you home with me. I dug it up for my baby. But he doesn't want it, no. He says go wash your hands. Look what I found on the ground for my baby. But he doesn't want it, no. Just because I dug it up. Under the sand, I found a gold band. Big diamond ring, just the thing for my baby's hand. Gold ring, I say to myself, I'm gonna save you for someone else. I dug it up for my baby. But he ain't gonna get it, no. I'm gonna go wash my hands. Look what I found on the ground for my baby. But he don't deserve it, no. Just because I dug it up. 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 That was Kathy Lusky joining us. All right, now that we got that out of the way, I'd like to welcome everyone to the CD release of I Dug It Up, what I believe to be the first record solely devoted to songs inspired by the hobby of metal detecting. That's right, Al reminds me it's not a hobby, it's a lifestyle. And that is true, and you will learn more about that as the evening progresses. I'll just need a slight skosh more of my voice in the monitor, please. Thank you, Mervyn. So I know most of you know about my obsession/passion for doing this, but for those of you who don't, I'll just give a brief synopsis. When I moved to town about 8 years ago, I always wanted to do metal detecting my whole life. In fact, the first music video I ever made here in Nashville, I ended that video telling the camera that I wanted a metal detector for Christmas, but no one got one for me. out of all the people who saw that music video, all 60 of them, no one got me a metal detector. And then one day it dawned on me, Whit, you're an adult, you have a job, you have a small bank account, get your own metal detector. And I went on Craigslist and I bought one for $250. And I went out to a gas station west of town, and I met this nice man who gave me a Tesoro Cibola metal detector, and he taught me just right there in the gas station, showed me how to turn it on and use it, and I was off to the races and have had so much fun. It's been about 4 years now that I've been doing this, and I know it's tiresome to my friends. I know I've talked about it a little bit too much.
Oh no!
Oh, good. All right. Well, you're all welcome to come digging with me anytime, and I have invited you many times, and only a handful of you have taken me up on that. So we need to talk. But one of the coolest things about living here in this town is that we live on top of a place, on top of land that 150 years ago was there was such an utterly enormous conflict that took place here, and such violence and such terror and courage and waste of human life, and it's all right under our feet. And I remember when the first time I took my metal detector out, of course, where do you go? The first time you go to your backyard. And I dug a '69 Civil War bullet out of my backyard. I didn't even know what it was. So, well, what a strange looking item. And then I looked it up and realized what it was. And I don't even live near where the Battle of Nashville took place. I live way north of town. But as I started digging more and more and sort of finding homeowners who would let me come in onto their properties, started realizing more and more, my God, this neighborhood is so peaceful. But boy, something else happened here a long time ago, and that's what this song is about. And I'd like to welcome Mary Bragg to the stage. And our fiddle player for the evening, Mr. Ward Stout. A ranch house on a hilltop. The lawn is manicured. It's a lovely neighborhood. Inside, an old man and woman sit. They keep their windows closed to keep the air cool. But 150 something years ago, this was a battlefield. This was a battlefield. Beneath the grass and the magnolias lies the blood of soldiers, bullets, shells, and sailors. Peeking out of a patch of dirt, there lies a copper disc. It weighs about a pound. It was part of artillery, and when the long guy sees it, he just goes around. 150 something years ago, this was a battlefield. This was a battlefield. Black men and white men fought together. Old men and young men, fathers, sons, and brothers, they shot each other. I wonder if the ground remembers. The
Before I go any further, I want to say that we do have cake. I made it myself from a box. And then I decorated it, and you can see the decorations because I'm very skilled at decorating cakes. That's what I do. So, and also further back from the cake and assorted salty snacks, you'll see a display of some items that I've dug out of the ground, and my digging buddy Cheryl Clark, who I will be mentioning several times during the course of the evening, she is here as well, and as another friend, Clark Rickman, brought in some items that they have dug out of the ground as well. So there's a small display area back there. You might want to check that out. So the next song came from an experience I had on a very hot summer day last summer. It hadn't rained in a long time, and I hadn't been digging in a long time. And I noticed when I went to my bank that there was a small strip of grass that looked relatively undisturbed. And it was near the parking lot. I knew there had been an old house on that spot because they tore it down to build U.S. Bank on Gallatin Road. And so one day I went in and I asked the security guard, I said, would you mind if I metal detected that strip of grass? And he said, absolutely, which is what we want you to say. The other two words we want to hear are, detect away. Those words also make us very happy. Anyway, so I went back immediately, like within 20 minutes, and started digging this spot of this little stretch of grass. And I immediately started digging up harmonica reeds, which are good signs of either people or soldiers, who knows, a long time ago camping on that spot, right on that spot. There were a whole lot of them, and so I've changed the name of that bank from U.S. Bank to the Bank of Harmonica in my mind. And so, yeah, but what I noticed as I was digging there, since it had been really dry, was that I would dig a hole and pull out a harmonica reed, and then I'd move on. I'd fill in the hole like I normally did, but this family of robins was following me from hole to hole. And at first I thought it was a coincidence, and I tried it again. I dug a hole, and the birds went doot, 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 and just went over after I left the hole. They're like, oh, we'll take it from here. And started, I guess, looking in the hole. It was so dry, and they probably needed help to get to what was underground. And so I went back home and I thought, well, that's a good idea for a song. And that's where this song came from. It's called Robins. Granny had a garden way out back. Twice a week she'd hoe that patch. I would watch with wide eyes as robins followed her around. I'm moving slower than I used to do, but I'm out there digging just like she did. And robins follow me around. Here's a nickel with a buffalo, shotgun shell from long ago. And the worms they wriggle say no, no, no. And robins follow me around. And here I feel like a kid again. My hands in the dirt look just like hers. I feel her there. Oh, looky there, here comes that bird again. And robins follow me around. Robins follow me around. Robins follow me around. Robins follow me. Can you all understand the words?
Yes!
I care a lot about that. That is important.
Sounds great.
We do have, yes. We're going to bring up, we're bringing up Barb Santoro, I believe. Right, hi Barb. Hello. Hello. So as you metal detect, actually pretty soon after you start metal detecting, this phrase starts to appear in your brain with some regularity. And I remember one of the first times that phrase appeared in my mind. I was at a really good site. I had wanted to be on this site for the longest time. I knew it was old. I knew it was near the lost village of Haysboro, which is north of town just a bit. I was so excited to get on there. As soon as I got on there, I dug into the ground and realized that at some point in the recent past it had been bulldozed, and all the dirt was new fill dirt covered with grass. So that was disappointing. But I thought, hey, I'm here. Why not dig it anyway? So I dug it and dug it and dug it and dug nothing but junk. And then I got a really good signal, and I pulled out a music box. And that was one of the times that this phrase, which I'm about to relate through the art of song, first made its way into my consciousness. So, give me a note. So we're going to sing that song for you now. Who's going to try that?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I have never lost a belt buckle in my life. I have never lost a harmonica. I have never left a mason jar in the yard. I'm perplexed at these phenomena, and so I cry. How this get here? How this get here? Tell me how this get here. That's the phrase. On a lovely bluff high above the Cumberland, digging normal stuff one might expect. Out pops something I have never seen before, a coin from India dated 1810, and so I cry. How this get here? It's got Persian writing, Persian words. How this get here? Oh, the quizzical expressions as I hold these lost possessions. This metallurgical obsession leads me to the endless question. Ooh, buckles of the ordinary Joes. How they get here,
How they get here?
how they get
How
here.
they get here?
Belts fall off, did pants fall down, how they get here. I have never lost a belt buckle in my life. All right, we are chugging along through the CD of IW. How's everybody doing tonight? I have to ask, how many people saw that sunset? Oh my goodness gracious. Come on up. That's right, everybody in the audience appears to be getting on the stage now. Dan? So, just cluster as you will.
There's room back here by me if y'all want. Somebody needs some room.
We have Kira Small joining us on keyboard and voices. So, the more you metal detect, the more you learn that there's some jargon involved with it, some little words. And one of the words that I have learned besides skunking, which means the person you're with has found something better than you found, that's being skunked. There's another word that I thought was great when I first heard it, and I was like, why didn't I think of that? So, folks, imagine that you're driving down a beautiful country road, and you look off to the side through the window, and you see this beautiful field of green, and you think, oh my God, that's the most beautiful field. It looks like no one has ever walked that dirt before. It's beautiful. Well, let me tell you what's in there. What's in there is a whole lot of Mountain Dew cans that have been chewed up by decades of tractors and lawnmowers. And the resultant pieces are these sharp, sharp little twisted particles of metal that sound really good through your earphones. And they're particularly detestable because they give you such hope, and then they disappoint you and sometimes injure you because they are so sharp. And these items are called can slaw, which is a great word for that. It's exactly what they are, can slaw. So I wrote, I thought, well, I need to write a song about can slaw because, I mean, everybody else did. So, yeah. So, I mean, why not? I mean, I'll just add my song to the mix. And so it's on the record, but I learned after the record was printed that I use an unladylike word in the song that's on the record, and it was offensive to some people, and I'm really sorry. But I curse like a sailor sometimes, and I've always been that way, and I try and rein it in. But actually, I thought it was not that offensive a word. It went over my head. I did not know it. So we today are singing a slightly more ladylike. No, we are. No, it's good. No, it's good. I think it's fine. It's appropriate and it's fine, because I don't want anybody to be sad. No. And so if you buy the record and you don't like that song, you can skip over it, or I'll send you another metal detecting song that didn't make the record, because I have so many more. So, can slaw. We are joined on stage by members of the East Nashville Song Salon, which is a group that meets on Mondays. Amy Speece started it a number of years ago, and then Kira and I took it over a couple of years ago. And these are people who come to my house or Kira's house on Monday night, and we workshop our songs. So pretty much all the songs on this record went through a very detailed vetting process through the East Nashville Song Salon. And so they are here to help me sing Can Slaw. Evil little morsels lurking, waiting in the dirt for me. Long ago you were a can of Mountain Dew, tossed into a field in Tennessee. A tractor or a mower found you, twisted you and tore you all apart. And now you lie scattered far and wide, each piece of you a vicious work of art. Can slow, can slow, shiny as a Spanish real in the sun. I cut you with a chainsaw, but that would just make more and more and more. Gosh darn, can slow, deceitful and mean-spirited. You're laughing, laughing as I scrap beneath this wound. I reach for you and you slice my thumb in two. I hope recycling tortures you, you brute. Can slow, can slow. I hope whoever threw you out here trips and falls. I'd cut you with a chainsaw, but the homeowner would probably call the law. Gosh darn, can slow. Yes, your demonic claw shall never cause this dirt girl to withdraw. Dadgum, can Oh my, every dream has come true. Oh my. Dadgummit. It's all downhill from here. Oh, that was beautiful. How about those saloniers, folks? Yeah.
Oh, now it works. Now it works. Of course. Not while I was singing soprano.
So switching gears a little bit. Not long after I started metal detecting, and I met Cheryl Clark, who's become one of my dearest friends. We started digging together. And somebody at our club, the Middle Tennessee Metal Detecting Club, had mentioned that there was a construction site down south of town near Nolensville in a little community called Triune, Triune, and that they were digging up some soccer fields, and that it would be a good place to hunt. And so Cheryl and I drove down there. And of course, wouldn't you know it, we got down there and the whole place had been cordoned off and was said no trespassing. We didn't know what to do. So we were just standing there, and a car pulled up, and a man got out in his overalls and his baseball cap. And he said, you girls metal detecting? I said, yeah. He said, well, you want to go someplace good? I said, sure. He said, follow me. And so we got in our car, and he took off, and we followed him up a hill. And then he rolled his window down, and he just pointed to the left. And there was a dirt road that went down a hill and into the woods. And he sped off. And we said, all right. And we went down to the end of the hill, and there was a house there. We knocked on the door. I let Cheryl do the talking because it was a football game that day, and she knew more about it than I did. So, and the people were very friendly. They said, absolutely, knock yourself out in the woods behind their house. And that was the first day that we dug Civil War bullets. And everything that had been kind of fun and flighty about it suddenly changed for me, and I realized sort of the sadness behind it, and that there were deeper messages to be gleaned from the hobby. And not long after that, a songwriter from Austin named Betty Sue came to town, and we had met at Kerrville and decided to do some co-writing. She came over to my house, and we didn't really know each other. I said, you want to look at some of the stuff I've dug up? And she said, sure. And we started looking at bullets. And that's where this song came from. It's called Trying.
Me fly out on that field to kill and then to fall. If I was made for this, I wish I'd not been made at all. And when the bugle sounded, he placed his rifle by a tree. To the battle he ran, holding me in his hand. Then he fell till he was free. Then he let go of me. And the soldier on the other side, the one I would have hit, he died when he was 83, with his family around his bed. And maybe I lie in this soft earth for you one day to find that simple rose and the dear sweet name of the one he left behind. I'm gonna try you, try you, try you night.
Good Hill, how about her? Right? You guys are lovely people. So after a couple of years of writing songs about them, inspired by metal detecting, I thought, well, you know what? maybe I should make a record of songs about metal detecting. Why not? Like I said, everybody else is doing it, so why not do it? So I put the word out on various metal detecting forums that I was looking for story ideas or song ideas for this record. And I got some. People were great. And very quickly, I received a long email from a woman named Tanya Mize from Charleston, South Carolina. And she and her dad, John Mize, have been metal detecting since she was a little girl. It's something that father and daughter do together and just absolutely love it. It's they've got a very friendly but very real rivalry between them. And she sent me this long email about a day they went out and each found something. And I kind of just set it to music, kind of the way she wrote it. So this song is called Dig That Dime, Daddy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Daddy called me snake from the day I was born. I wriggled my way into his heart. As I grew, he taught me how to fish the Charleston dirt. Pennies and pull tabs, high school rings, mini balls and shotgun shells. Side by side, shovels in our hands, we cleaned that earth so wet. Dig that dime, daddy, dig that dime, daddy, dig that dime. Dig that dime, daddy, dig that dime, daddy, dig that dime. Oh, I remember that sunny afternoon by the river's edge. 12 inches down in the ground I found a green patina badge with a G and an R, the initials of a king. But Daddy, he called it junk. Held up a silver Mercury and danced around. Little girl, you done got skunked. Dig that dime, daddy, dig that dime, daddy, dig that dime. Dig that dime, daddy, dig that dime, daddy, dig that Now everybody knows ain't nothing like silver. It's every digger's delight. Cool and brilliant, shining bright, like the moon in a midnight sky. But my British badge brought me $10,000. His dime was worth just one. Now every time we hunt, I sing this song, and my daddy, he sings along. Dig that dime, daddy, dig that dime, daddy, dig that dime. You can sing it if you like that dime, daddy, dig that dime, daddy, dig that dime. Everybody, dig that dime, daddy, dig that dime, daddy, dig that dime. Dig that dime, daddy, dig that dime, daddy, dig that dime. So lots of thanks to John and Tanya Mize and Charleston, South Carolina, for sharing that story and letting me turn it into a song. So I mentioned earlier that guy that pulled up at the soccer fields. He became a really important part of my life and Cheryl Clark's life. His name was Doug Drake. Great name for a metal detectorist. And he could trace his family back to the 1700s in Madison. So yeah, he just knew so much about the hobby and about the history of this area. And he kind of took us under his wing, and we became kind of a little 3-person metal detecting team. And I could only go out on the weekends, but he and Cheryl went out on the weekdays and dug all kinds of amazing things and found untapped Civil War encampments and so on. And he just taught us a whole lot. What? I turned it off so my guitar was.
I think the battery's dead.
Sorry.
I can see that everything's falling to pieces.
It's show business.
Comedy's time.
What are you doing with my guitar?
Keeping you really good.
Okay, all right then. I don't know what just happened.
Keep talking, Debbie, it's all right.
All right. So Doug, he died a couple of years ago, and not long after he died, I went to see his wife, Brenda, and we were just sitting around, and I said, Brenda, remember that time we were all out driving together? Doug and Brenda were in the front seat, and Cheryl and I were in the back seat, and I'm trying not to get motion sick. And we drove and drove, and we were in Sumner County, I think, and he pulled over to the side of the road, and there was a small bridge. And he parked the car, and we all got out, and we stood along the side of this bridge looking down into the water. And I remember this so vividly because all the fish, there were lots and lots of fish in this little river, and they were all facing the same way. And just sort of, they weren't swimming, they were just floating and facing the same way. And it was like they were listening to a sermon or a speech or something. It was just the coolest thing. And I thought about that bridge. Cheryl, right? Remember that? I thought about that so many times. And so I went up to Brenda and I said, do you remember where that bridge was? Because I'd like to go back there. And she said, oh, Whit, we just drove around so much. And I don't know, we stopped at every bridge. She said, that man just liked to stand on bridges. He likes to stand on bridges over streams and little rivers and look down on the fishes in their blue. If he sees one while he's driving, he'll pull over every time, make his wife come stand beside him and look down too. And if you ask, he'll laugh and say he don't know why. He likes to stand on bridges. He was born in 1940. He grew up in Hickman County, served his country, worked a job, and then retired. Now every Sunday after breakfast, he'll ride around just aimless to the harpeth, to the duck, to the piney. Does the smell of iron and ions make him feel alive? Is that why
deep breath. He likes to stand on bridges over streams and little rivers and look down as the bluegills dart and swim. And he wonders if they're looking up at him.
All right. So I wanted to take a moment while Al's retuning to, yeah, and what's up with my guitar? It works just fine. I just had it muted. So I wanted to take a moment and just say a couple of thank yous. First of all, thank you to Cheryl Clark. I want to thank Cheryl Clark for being my digging partner and my friend. Let's give her a hand. And then, for those of you who already have the CD, you know how gorgeous the design is. Oh my God. I love the design of this record. Yes, by Jeff Thornycroft, the Retro Luxe design. And of course, the Middle Tennessee Metal Detecting Club and American Digger Magazine are wonderful supporters of the CD. The East Nashville Song Salon, what can I say? You've saved my life so many times. Oh, I almost forgot the most important people to thank, and there are some of them here today. I would like to formally thank the homeowners who say yes when we open the door. Oh, well, right then. I didn't even know what time. Here, where's my guitar? Oh, right there.
See if you got a tech now.
I did.
Not yet, wait, hang
So this song is, after Doug died, I wrote a song about what heaven would be for somebody who digs dirt. The old digger is gone to that home site beyond, where the weather is fine and a shovel melts into the ground. So easy, you don't knock on no doors, 'cause all the land's yours. Rolling green hills, dotted with foundation stones. The dreams in the bottles you find are rare and unbroken and shine in the sun. The coins and the tokens are gold, and each tiny toll card is your favorite one. The old digger is gone to that campsite beyond, where the cannons and swords, locks and harmonica reeds lie scattered, and the The old digger is gone, his burden laid down. Now he stands tall and strong as his shovel melts into the ground. Thank you, that's the Doug Drake. We're bringing Dan Schaefer back, huh? This way. So like I said, when I put the word out that I was doing this record, I immediately got an email back from a man named Butch Holcomb, who is the publisher of American Digger magazine, which is a really important magazine to me and many others. It's actually the coolest magazine. You should look it up. It doesn't really have an online presence, but if you want one, you can come over to my house and look at my collection. Anyway, he's a really great writer and a really cool guy, and he sent me these lyrics. They were done. I didn't have to do a thing to them. I just set them to music. And this is another song about one of the banes of our existence. Oh my God.
No, nothing to see here. Just kick it off.
Digital readings up and down got me confused and concerned. If I don't dig it, I might get burned. Whoa, let's see what's down below. Aluminum, foil again. Aluminum, foil again. Aluminum, foil again. Chewing gum wrapper, thin gold chain. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I'll dig it up, can't walk away, so I cut a plug. What the hey? Whoa, let's see what's down below. Aluminum, foil again. Aluminum, foil again. Aluminum, foil again. Strike it big, and I'll dig something I should dig. Till then, again and again, I'll curse Alcoa and the Wrigley twins. Oh, let's see what's down below. Aluminum, foil again. Aluminum, foil again. Aluminum, foil again. Everybody, aluminum, foil again. Aluminum, foil again.
She didn't know we were going to do that. Okay, she ate it. It's raining from the heavens.
We're waiting until the end.
Well, we're picking that up, by the way, Mervin. Don't you worry about it.
I have to freshen up my lipstick for this next song. I do. Okay, let me have a drink of water. I wrote this song for my husband Al Hill because he has been so nice about this hobby. I mean, he really just, I know it gives him a lot of free time to think about gear and practice guitar really, really loud with the amp it turned up all the way. But you know, he's just been so cool about it, because I mean, Saturday morning I am gone, and I'm gone till Saturday night, and then Sunday morning I am gone, I'm gone till Sunday night. And I really appreciate it. And so this song is for him. Every time I bring home another rusty axe head, your eyes glaze over. Your love takes over, and you say, oh baby, look what you found. And every time I tell you another scary story about snakes and rabid rovers and mad homeowners, well, you say, I am happy you're safe and sound. You're a saint. Oh yeah, oh yeah, you're a saint. You're a saint. Saint baby, saint darling, you're a saint. It appears your favorite bathroom is now devoted to rust removal. There's no disapproval, just the occasional eyeball roll. And every pretty Saturday I should devote to fun with you. It's deja vu as your wife turns into a fanatical mole. You're a saint. Oh yeah, oh yeah, you're a saint. You're a saint. Saint baby, saint darling, you're a saint. Say it. For complaint, you ain't the type to fuss and fight. If you did, I'd fall down in a faint, but you don't. You're a saint. Oh yeah, oh yeah, you're a saint. You're a saint. Saint baby, saint darling, you're a saint. You're a saint. You're a saint. You're a saint. Well, what would a Whit Hill show be without Al Hill singing a song? He did such an amazing job engineering this record. We did a little bit at a couple of studios in town for some basic tracks, but we really did most of this in our back room, which we called the doghouse. And yeah, thanks a lot, Al. You're a saint, if I have not mentioned it. So I thought it would be good to give him one that he could sing. We wrote this one together.
Don't go pulling up the past. You got all you need right here, and life flies by so fast. Don't dig today, babe. Don't go pulling up the past. I got all you need right here, and life flies by so fast. Don't dig today. Ain't no treasures in the ground. I got a heart that shines like gold, so lay your shovel down. Don't dig today. There ain't no treasures in the ground. I got all you need right here, so lay your shovel down. Lay it down. Don't dig today. Don't hold history in your hand. It'll all be there tomorrow. Today just be here with your man. Don't dig today, babe. Don't hold history in your hand. It'll all be there tomorrow. Today just stay here with your man. Now wait a minute, baby. Just wait a minute more for me. Wait a minute, baby. Just wait 1 minute more for me. I'm coming with you, baby, into the fields of Tennessee. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. That was great.
I want to take take a moment to introduce the band, because I'm really, really fortunate to be playing with these guys. Of course, Al Hill, you've just heard from. Dave Francis behind me on bass, my neighbor and good friend. Paul Griffith on drums. And our newest friend, Ward Stout. If you want to stick around, Ward's playing with Norm Stanner right here at Douglas Corner right after this show. So you can have two shows in one place. So I only have, there's only one more song off the metal detecting record. So this is the last song on the record, but the whole question of the encore comes up. And I find that awkward. So I'm going to tell you right now that I'm going to do an encore. So this first song is the last one on the album, and then we'll clap or something, and then I'll do one other song that's not on the record, but just kind of sums up how I feel about living here and having such amazing friends and being so blessed. So, but this first one, if anybody who's dug dirt, or even just people who go out in the woods a lot, I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like there's somebody there. Somebody, just like so many times I've turned around to see who's standing there. And it doesn't feel malicious or anything like that. It just feels watchful and observant. I remember one time a construction guy saw us digging, and he said, you know, there's a house that just got burned down. It was a controlled burn. The fire department burned it down. It was an old house. He told us where it was, and we went right over there. Now, things like this don't happen in New York City, where I'm from. I mean, people don't say, yeah, go over to that abandoned, burning building. Just hang out there for a while. And that's kind of what he told us. And once again, Cheryl kind of saved my life that day, because I was standing under a tree. And then she called me away, and immediately a giant burning ember, a branch fell down right where I had been standing. She saved my life before. And then she had to go home, and I was left with the smoldering embers of this house, just by myself, watching this home go up in flames. And I knew that in 6 months there'd be a subdivision there. And it's just, boy, it was heavy for me. And I just felt like the ancestors of everybody who had ever lived in that house were with me there that day. And so that's where this song came from. Ghosts are here today. Harmless ghosts are close, praying on white shroud knees. I believe, ghosts pray quietly. Powerless prayers for those banished to history. I believe. They say, oh, You guys are too kind.
Don't train your crowd. Encore.
I can't thank you enough for coming out tonight. I want to thank Douglas Corner for having us and for Mervyn for doing such great sound, being such a wonderful host. And thanks again to the band that has made my dreams come true. It opens minds and Valentines, pulls fat babies down from the skies like rain, makes blood grow hot and course like lava. Through willing veins, it quickens the rhythm, the love-dub of the heart, makes smart ones dumb and dumb ones smart, inspires songs and visual art, and the eating of dark chocolate. Love does these things. Love does these things. And speaking of hearts, which we often do, aren't they the sweetest little silly putty pumps, stretchy and strong, eager to please, swelling with pride and emotion, every squeezing motion pushing new life into the tiniest tubes, feeding the cells, feeding the cells, feeding the cells, feeding the cells. Love does these things. Love does these things. And in the midst of this perfect circulation comes the coward's salutation, the halting call, the date unkept, the left at altar, the all too faltering hope, the confused children looking from side to side, and that same heart, it brittles up like a yard sale food box porcelain cup, unmatched, chipped, ready to shatter, but it beats and it beats, it don't matter, 'cause love does these things. Love does these things. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. La da 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 Now here I am, and there you are, our old oak table floating between us like a boat. You've got your head cupped in your hand as you read a letter from a friend, and you're so engrossed you don't know that I'm watching, and my tears are filling and falling and blotching the wood. Baby, do you know just how good this is? That we're here together at this oak boat table in this inexpensive house with the splintered floors and the painted doors that never quite close. And we're ordinary. Yeah, we're ordinary. And it's okay. It's so okay, because I feel so rich and lucky and powerful somehow, like I'm making ripples in the air. Just by being with you here in this quiet room, in this quiet house, on this quiet night. In this quiet room, in this quiet house, on this quiet night. In this quiet room, in this quiet house, on this quiet night. Love does these things. Love does these things. Towards Al Hill. I'm Whit Hill, and I dug it up.